Who, it's your boy Touchday on your Apostle's favorite DJ. We're back in 2020 and we're doing the first quarter of the top, not even top 10. Basically, we're doing the dopest albums of the year. So we're going to give you the first quarter right now. It is your boy over there.
Yeah.
How you doing, bro? Can you just introduce yourself to people? Like, why am I here? Bro?
Chill, man. It's with the MediaX. You know what's up, Pastor, man? We've been forced to innovate out here. It's a different time, but it's a different time in world history, man. But I think it's also forcing us to come up with some interesting ways to just have some discussions that we initially wanted to have, and find some cool ways to talk about some design and maybe distract people a little from a lot of the heavy hitting stuff that's going on right now.
Dude, I don't know. Have you been seeing the freestyles, the Corona freestyles?
I saw them, man. I saw a few. I haven't gotten too straight into them, but I saw what some stepping up to drop some bars in these times, bro.
We need to, man. Man, let's go straight into it, yo.
You delve into them a lot.
No, I have, man. I have. I've actually downloaded most of them, and so far each day I've been trying to share a few. Two stuck out for me, but this is not the review for that.
There's many review blogs for bars. It's just stick to what we know best, bro.
Okay, man. On this one, we're gonna be talking about my cover today, which I thought has been in terms of pioneering the culture. Also, just remembering in terms of our category. I don't know if Media, you want to speak to that before we get into reviewing the covers.
So, our categories were quite straightforward. If you don't know our categories, we will discuss album covers according to concept, according to the visual aesthetic of the cover. We discuss according to the execution and also the disruptiveness of the cover art that we see. And this is not about friends or connections or egos. This is shooting straight from the hip, man, because I'm pastor, so yeah, that's what's up, man. So we just discuss work according to that, man. We discuss creative work according to those values, and yeah, man, we chop each other up, and I've seen what pastor has to bring, and I'm very concerned for this first quarter right now.
No, man, I think as I was going through the covers and through the music, there hasn't been a lot of album material. There's been a lot of singles, but there hasn't been a lot of albums, and that's, I don't know if we can blame that on the corona, because I feel like cats should be working more since they're now indoor.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's go.
That's straight to it, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
My cover is by an artist who I think already for this cover I'm gonna be shot. I'm gonna be executed for why am I talking about this artist? But I think what I really liked about this artist, and ever since she's now been signed to a family tree, there's been a lot of consistency in her art. I don't know the music, but when it comes to her art, she has elevated. She's now taking it immensely seriously, and I think it's also just having the right team around you in terms of creative people to kind of help you direct your image, direct your look, and have a proper look and feel. So that artist or that cover we are going to be talking about is the Nadia Nakai cover called For 40 Bars. I already see you laughing, bro.
I think I saw a few options that you gave me before, and I was a bit, there was a bit of promising to you shocking. But this for me is a shocker.
This cover, bro, is a shocker.
This is a shocker, bro. And I really would like you to justify to anyone who has taken their time to listen to your opinion on cover art. Why? Because I've already I don't know, Basta. Please, can you actually explain yourself here? Because I don't know what the hell is going through your mind. This is, as I said, it's not about friends. This is not about sentimentality. Look, Nadia's releasing music. She's rapping her ass off.
Sure.
But we're not music reviews. The song is dope. We're not doing music reviews though.
Sure.
But listen. Let me actually hear you out before I put my points on.
So let me tell you, like what I like about the cover, man. It's the fact that if you checked out the first debut album cover he did for Nadia Nakai, there was some beautiful image she took. I actually Nami had the opportunity to research the photographer, the team she actually used for that cover, and then I saw some parables when I looked at this cover. The cover still has the same look and feel. It still has the same mood, and it still also has the same makeup and body painting.
Yes.
So for me, that's a person who's starting to actually understand what consistency means in the game. When you talk about your brand, your aesthetics, and how you're supposed to be presenting it to the people.
For sure. I can get that in terms of that your brand extension stuff, but if I've never heard of Nadia before, I'm actually just gonna get right into it.
Sure.
Because have you ever heard of we did a review in our 2019 of an album cover called Eve by Rhapsody.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll have technology to show it. And then Rhapsody did a whole bunch of singles for that rollout.
Sure.
And like I can tell you now, and again, like I don't want to get too deep into it, but I will at a certain point when maybe we create this according to anchors. There's one very I would add this on the list, but I'm very sure it's not a reason that you even are thinking of. It's like a default because it's not even on purpose. But for me, you could have taken 40 bars and you could have taken that album cover and put it as a single on Rhapsody's Eve. It's the same typography, it's the same photography aesthetic. Like what the hell? What's going on here?
Media, I don't feel in terms of the photography, I don't think it was the same photography. I had an issue with Rhapsody's picture quality. It didn't look like, and when you kept us
Okay, sorry. Image on this cover she's used on like posters for like other things.
Media, let me continue trying to sell this cover to you because I'm gonna get. So there's that, and also, man, in terms of the layout, bro, you have the back. Here's something I really liked about it. It's really modern. Like if you look at what Mr. Price are doing in terms of their layouts, in terms of their galleries on Instagram, it's even the fonts they use. It's a modern font, bro. Like it's a modern cover in terms of the photography, the lighting, everything works for it. It's just when you look at the cover, it doesn't speak about the other features on the album because now it's as if it's Nadia's song. And then there's a cool thing they've actually done, which I found really interesting, was the fact that they have that music situation happening here, which I found really cute, bro. Like having the 40 bar and actually the title of the song, who is featuring, because now it's like a message that pops up on your phone and kind of reminds you what's going on.
I like that. As you said, it's cute. Yes, it's very cute, man. It's very cute. Should we look at our anchors? Should we just get into our anchors for this?
Let's go. Concept.
And we're giving a grading out of 10 each, right?
All right. Concept is the first, bro.
So far right now, my assumption is that these are the top two, and then the next one we do, we keep just shifting things up, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So conceptually, for me, it's conceptually, for me, this is just like a 3 out of 10.
Wow. I gave it a 5, but okay.
Conceptually, it's a 3 out of 10. I'm just yeah, it's a picture of not. I think even the reason 2 out of those 3 is because of that sleek little thing that came on
Sure.
the about right now, the
Yeah.
cute thing.
The cute
Nice
thing.
little, I thought that was I thought that was a nice little touch to it where you're featuring the artist. So yeah, conceptually though, it's a picture of Nadia looking back at these niggas, and I said, no, look, the song. Let's not get into the song. The song is hard. The song is yo. Like I actually even think Emtee might have taken the L there. I'm not too sure, but the song is hard. But conceptually, yeah, no, not for me, man. Visual
And aesthetics.
and aesthetics. Again, bro.
What?
For me, no. For me, listen. As we always remember, bro, how we working here is the fact that this isn't the top 2. So that we've selected. I'm not saying it's bad, but according to the.
But also remember, at a later stage, it might shift, bro, to be like at number 8.
For me, this will probably be like in the bottom covers that we collect this whole year. I think you're rusty. I think you're showing a bit of ring rust. Visual, yeah. So for the visual for me is a 3.5.
Wow. Okay. Execution.
What is your visual? What's the visual for you?
I like the image. I like the layout, bro. Like the layout for me is really dope. I like the cute gestures they've had. The top corner, the brag, the situation there of like the sticky tape, and then also the cute thing. So like for me, aesthetically layout, it's a 6.
Yeah, but even the words you're using, Master Cute and Mr. Price, and come on, bruh. Like come on, dog. Like shout out to Mr. Price, but like come on, dog.
Wait.
Anyway,
Meja, haven't you seen this style before?
What?
This
style?
treatment.
I told you exactly where you can see this exact treatment. The exact from the font to the exact treatment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've worked on design, so but I'll surprise you a bit about what I do. What gives this a pass, and what gives this a pass is probably for me more interesting than a lot of things that we'll even touch on. But concept, I'm not impressed.
Okay.
Visual, this is nothing for me to remember. Are you keeping our scores?
Yeah. Yes. I'm keeping our scores.
And okay, cool. And then execution. I'll give it a 6 as well. Execution, I thought was like I can't even like. It's a beautiful execution. The execution
It's clean.
is clean. It's clean, and that's as much as you are ragging me for my ish. That's clearly your thing, dog. Where you're like these things that look just like they are perfectly like it's almost like it's almost like a 3D image in 2D form type of thing.
Sure.
So I thought definitely the execution is it's just a clean execution. Like you're not gonna. It looks easy, but you need a designer with attention to detail to execute like that.
Minimalist stuff. Minimalist stuff. Okay, and then let's go to the last one, which is the biggest one. Is it disruptive?
Wait, you didn't give me your visual. What's your visual? What's your rating?
My visuals and aesthetics, I think I will work with you on 3. I would have given
And
it
you
4 or 5. Sorry?
talking execution.
6, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, 6.
So execution. All right. Okay. And then
I don't think it's disruptive enough. It's a 4.
now this is where I'm saying to you that. So I want to touch you up. I'm gonna drop some art game out here. If you're listening, you're about to learn so well. I mean, if you don't know, but if you do know, then kudos to you. So for me, the disruption would actually have a very good disruptive value. My only issue is I doubt the designer or whoever did this even knew that this was the case. So, have you ever heard of a movement called metamodernism?
No, sir.
Okay, so metamodernism is a movement that's very much like it's the whole big academic what within the arts, but metamodernism is a movement that is very reactionary and kind of which questions a lot of stuff that is happening within postmodernism. And if you look at within the academic whatever way of perspective of looking at the world and how certain things work, you know, we are said to be in a postmodern era or postmodern era. But metamodernism is a concept that kind of is challenging a lot of the ideals that we even are brought up with to understand what's important within the design and within the arts and within culture. And one of those things is referencing. Referencing is a big thing. Referencing is like, you know, it's almost like if you don't reference, you're wrong. And there's a gentleman called Luke Turner. He wrote a whole manifesto about metamodernism. And there was a music video about 2 years ago done by Kendrick Lamar for Black Panther.
Sure.
And Kendrick Lamar, that whole video beats the entire style of this artist called Lina Victor. So Lina Victor is a female artist. She uses gold and black. Don't worry, I'm getting to my point with her. She uses like gold and black aesthetics, right? You should see her stuff. Her stuff is hot. And she's a visual artist, a female artist, like just groundbreaking. So what they did is they took like her, she's a visual artist, not a video or whatever. And then the whole video for Black Panther looks like Alina Victor artwork.
That's right. Sure.
But they didn't bring her on board. They didn't reference her. They just created that artwork and they were like, and everyone was like, holy crap, this is a dope aesthetic by by Kendrick Lamar and what. Zero reference, like zero. Yes, and then it ended up like in the courts because she was like, you guys are not referenced. You know, her whole gallery and all these people were going in at them because the fact that what they do, they didn't reference. So if you look at a movement like metamodernism, it's very much kind of disruptive of what are the values of modernist art and modernist design and thinking and culture and whatever. On those kind of principles, on the fact that this is so unapologetically a copycat,
Sure.
I say it is incredibly disruptive. You know, I know I might drop a bit of information, but for me, based on that, that's an interesting way to look at this. And that's the only reason I like it. And another, and another reason for that is the fact that with metamodernist work, the artist doesn't even have to be aware, because again, that's a very modern construct that you must be aware of what you're copying, or you must be aware if you're now creating something that's a metamodernist work, or that's not even like the standard as which those kind of works are created. So by that, I'll give it an 8 for disruption.
Alright, man. When you talk about metamorphism, metamodernism, you reminded me of Dadaism.
Yeah.
And I feel like Dadaism is your style, to be honest.
I've never been. That's my age, bro. I love that.
Okay, yeah. Like each time I see your style, I draw a reference back to my understanding of Dadaism. And I think, but talk, and we're gonna come back to this point. Just remind me, footnote it, and we're gonna come back to it.
Sure. Yeah, Dadaism was basically almost the same thing with romanticism and this whole Renaissance art stuff and all this. So anyway, yeah, okay, cool. We'll get back to that. But yeah, disruption it gets an 8 for me based on that. Based on that, it actually forced. You know what I'm saying? I think there's some interesting bit to pick up from that. All right.
I think a sidebar, I'm a bit upset she doesn't also give credit to the people she worked with. Because
Exactly. Quite
I was
hard.
going through her work and I'm like, I'm a bit upset to go see because we also come from a place where photographers 2 years ago were fighting people on Instagram for credits.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Nazi, we need to normalize that which you can't be dropping artwork and not drop the photographer and not drop, you know.
If it's a modernist work, you can. that's my whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
Frustrated me a lot. I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying. But then again, or you could just go look at at Rhapsody's work, and you know, maybe
Let's go, media. Let's go.
It would have been nice to even know, like, it would have been cool, you know.
Because so far, according to me, I'm thinking it's Ujabu Kosi. Because Ujabu Kosi had done the naked one.
Okay.
And also there's a guy by the name I think it's Puchazov. I'll show you his page, who was the photographer for that cover specifically. So
did he naked?
Sorry?
Abungosi did Nadia naked.
The logo, yes, yeah. He was the designer of but I know Jabunkosi as a photographer, so I would have thought he shot that and designed it, but when I looked at the credits, he actually did the artwork only, and the photographer style was shot by someone else.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's go, man.
So, my submission now?
Yeah, man.
Okay, bro, this whole 15 minutes thing is easy conceptually, but it's hard to execute. But anyway.
Sure.
And as I said, man, we gotta shoot straight from the hip here. So yeah, man. So my selection, which I think was a strong offering, was the cover for MX's Wasted Potential. I thought, yeah. I thought the homie who's Pepe Lumguni, I thought he came through. He's still showing Nadia Nakai though, faster.
I'm here.
There we go. So I thought it's a dope ass artwork. Look, man, listen. Kudos to the fact that, you know, these dudes just went out and like he commissioned an artwork for this, like an actual artwork from like, you know, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Like media. Like when I saw that, because we okay, besides him being my boy, both of them, funny enough, you know, when I saw that, I was like, for me, this talks about collaboration.
Yeah.
This is at its best form. And for me, my bubbling under find when it comes to Durban creators was Uspe. Uspe, do you know Uspe is responsible for his Pova gang?
No, bro. I listen. So even like before, when we were touching base about it, like this artwork before, I did see that I've been following him for a while.
Sure.
Also, I didn't know because he didn't even post this on his Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram, so they're not always going to be showing. They're not always going to be showing you like the people that you enjoy following. You know, sometimes. So falling off a bit off my radar. So it was cool, like just touching base with doing some look up for this, you know, this album review and stuff. And I kind of pretty much understood why I followed this dude when I found him. You know, he's like, from my side of things, I mess with this, man. I enjoy these kids who are like some new age Basquiat stuff, and I just like, you know, I just like, I enjoy how he's interrogating stuff. I enjoy that aesthetic. And I'm happy these dudes, but yo, bro, like he commissioned, like there's an artwork that looks like come on, bro.
But
Like just
also,
for effort.
what I found interesting, his style, and you might shoot me for this, reminds me of you. And his style sounds pay. The type of art he does.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not surprised. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, dude. I'm not even like, I enjoy that stuff, bro. This dude is like, I enjoy his stuff. He's interrogating stuff. It's the same as like the stuff that I'll see from Ketume, so the guy who did the
Stiff Pop.
Cocotel stuff, and so no, I'm like, I enjoy these like fragmented aesthetics, and I just like how he's doing it, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's got feel, it's got grunge, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like it's a package that's like a high art product as well.
Okay, so, let's get into it because I've got a few questions about it.
Okay,
let's go. Concept. Yeah.
I'll concept was a 2 out of 10 for me.
Okay, yeah. Because I think for me it fell on the concept. The name of the album is Wasted Potential. So I didn't see that living in the art. Yeah. So
definitely.
So for me, the art, it felt like, the title came after the artwork, or it was an afterthought. Yeah. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like, oh, sure, but okay, I got music. I need a dope art cover. I need a dope cover. So, and again, it's not like it's not a concept album as well or anything like that, you know. So, now concept-wise, for me, it's a mess conceptually. You know, I'm not seeing the beginning of a you know, like, because the character that's there, as I said, there's other elements that were graded on, but if your boy Rez Prop did a project about 2-3 years ago where it was called Body Bag Rez. And Rez is always one person who's good at that. Rez is always good at like the concept of like the cover art leads into what's happening inside, you know. So yeah, conceptually now for me, it was chilling.
Okay, I think Nami, I'll give it a 3. I thought that it was. I think like it's everything you're talking about and everything I'm saying. I think it was a miss there. Visuals and aesthetics. It looks.
Visual for me.
I like how they treated the name on top, the title. Like you say, the grunginess, because you can kind of see it's like a painting because you have the brush strokes on it. And also it gives me that vibe. It's as if the title, it's as if ama stick ala owatola. That's my pretty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's talking. It's a homage to street culture, bro. So and just the color palettes as well. Those are two very close, similar colors. So you gotta be good with your understanding of color to pull that off. You know, that's like a red, pink, touching on like a maroon. You know, touching on like a maroon / dark red type of vibe, but purplish vibe. But you know what I'm saying? To use such a simple color palette and yet to develop such a striking image. In a weird way, it's got minimalistic qualities to it as well. The blue hands, I didn't figure out why, but it doesn't matter, bro. And he's got, it's got those things on the eyes, smileys on the eyes. So nah, bro, this is a painting. Like, I don't know if MX owns this, but he should he should put that in the vault and like as an investment, bro, because that's a beautiful piece of art.
Cool, man. So what do you give it?
I gave it an 8 visual.
Okay, all right, sure.
What did you give it?
Visuals and aesthetics, I give it a 7 because I still feel like like the emojis. I don't know if it's part of the story, you know. The hands also. So I think if it meant something, because I think with art we need to be deliberate.
Yeah.
We need to be deliberate with every stroke, with every icon we have there. It needs to mean something. And so far, I don't. Maybe when I meet MX, he can speak more to that. But for me right now, as a person on Gamazi and on the cover, I'm not sure. So it's a 7.
Yeah, man. But I think we both confirmed that it's a powerful image.
Yeah.
Next,
execution.
I gave it a 7.
For me, I like for the first time we moved away from our computers.
Yeah.
And we actually used our hands, you know, and I'm sure MX actually went to the guy, one brief, and they went through images. And the fact that they came to that, and then only after he decided to make it even a digital to show the progression of the game as well. For execution, for me, it's an 8.
8. All right. Now, man. I can't even. I can't even disagree with anything that you're saying, man. I think it's just the process and to deliver on it, man. You know, the process and to deliver on it, and the fact that it's as striking digitally as it is as an artwork. You know, as a painting. You know, it's as striking and man, I hope MX. I mean, you know, if things are there, I would run with this image. I would I'm serious, bro. I would just run with it so much. You can make stickers, you can make, you know, merch. You've got the collab that you've already done. You've got your caps with this. You know what I'm saying? I would just run with this. You know, I think the execution is it's sleek, it's beautiful, and it's styling that bit too. You know, this is you can see it's a work of the hands, but it's transitioned into a digital digital piece.
Let's end it off, bro, and then on the last one there, I think also as you were talking now, you actually touched on some points of it being disruptive, saying Wuti as an image, he can go on to now making stickers, he can create some sort of merch out of this picture he has.
Out of the image, out of the character. I'm not sure if the character represents him or you know, if it's a self-portrait, but I would love to know, just a lot. I think there's so much extension story-wise for that, man.
Sure.
Yeah, so the last thing we're touching on is said, well,
disruptiveness.
So disruptive, I then gave it a 5. I don't think I think the image is intriguing. You know, there's enough aspects about it for me to want to know what's going on. I disruptive wise though, you know, I'm not gonna be you know, I don't think it's the most disruptive image I've seen. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a strong image. I think it's powerful. I don't know whether maybe it hasn't been. I think we could look at a year, and if we actually does something with this image and this character, it could be more disruptive. But at face value right now, it's not the most disruptive image, and especially since, you know, there's enough reference points that you can already make in terms of what you think influenced the image and such things. What are your thoughts?
No, man, I totally agree with you. And I think for me, as we were talking earlier on, I found the stuff you were saying earlier on appealing more to this being disruptive. For me, a disruptive image doesn't only live on social. When you can start taking it onto merch and other elements to create out of it more merch and stuff like that that goes in company to accommodate the artwork, it then becomes an iconic image. And I feel like it's because I think at some point he might be even doing hoodies, you know, and stuff like that. So I think it will be a cool image to actually have on your t-shirts or wherever, caps, bucket hats. And yeah, man, for me it's a 6. And I think overall it's a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess with me as well. Like it's a 5. It's it's a pass.
And the point I was going to about just remind me to come back to Hitatasm, because I felt this art also represented a bit of that art form, Hitatasm.
Yeah, there's definitely parody elements to. I mean, there's smileys on the eyes. It's almost like it's an uncomfortable image.
Sure.
It's an uncomfortable image. I'm sure. But for me, I mean, if I would to speak, no, Pepe, I'd be surprised if he didn't have any of those kind of influences within his work. If you look at his portfolio of works, he's just
his fire. Yeah, media man, let's wrap this thing.
Constantly what's up?
Mitzi, let's wrap this thing up, man.
Yeah. No, but I think we're good. I think we're on the same page. These are our first 2. So right now they're number 1 and 2. I'm sure we're looking back on this. We'll see how to tally them to see who stands where. But yeah, man, let's try have some consistency going with this, man.
Alright, man. It's your boy Tas the 8th one signing out. Peace in the Middle East. See you on them streets.
If you're watching, let us know your thoughts as well.
Or if you know the person who did Ikavaga Nadia, hit us up. Let us know. Educate us as well.